is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? Back in Rogers Place, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, for game number 2 of our simulated Stanley Cup Finals. Only the way that only we can do it here in pnagsports. Since somebody mentioned the camera, I'm going to play with a couple different camera options. Because I can. This is supposed to be the broadcast. What if we try true broadcast? I don't know whatever that means, but we'll find out, I guess. We'll find out what true broadcast is. See if we like it any better or not. A little bit more of an angle. Okay, I like that one. Maybe that's just where the camera is from up here. It gives us a little bit more of an orientation, a little less of that keyframing. Since somebody mentioned it the other day. Again, hope everybody's doing well. Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here. Let's get this one popping. And our first play of the game, and guess what? More tripping. We've seen lots of tripping. Sam Reinhart going to be the one guilty of it. And very quickly, a power play to start this contest for the Edmonton Oilers. Again, in our simulated series, they won game 1. Very exciting game, 7-5. Tons of scoring in that one. Here's Nugent Hopkins now. Ekholm, lots of space. Ripper from Nurse, deflected in front of Bobrovsky. Now back out to the corner. Nugent Hopkins. They set it back up. Nurse again tries to slide one across. Hyman now. Hyman trying to get into the low slot there. And now Draisaitl. And finally taken away, but not quite out. And now out of the zone. Here comes Ekblad. Will they actually try to do something with it? Shorthanded, they will. Here's Lustarin, and he can't get it to go. Ekholm to Nugent Hopkins now, coming up the ice. Nugent Hopkins, backdoor pass, Draisaitl, great save by Bobrovsky. Goalie Bob up to the task again. He was under pressure, and another save for Bobrovsky. Really under pressure a lot in that game 1 again of our simulated series. Fighting for the puck in the corner. Hyman now crosses it to Nurse. Nurse throws it on and knocked away now. Forsling outlets Stenlin, and he'll do a big dump so they can change up here. Nurse will pick it back up with 16 seconds left on the power play. Darnell Nurse in the middle to Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Slapping it in. Draisaitl scores! Leon Draisaitl from the right circle had it on his stick. Found himself wide open. And he just deposits this thing glove high to the near side. Look at this shot. Beautiful camera work. Hits the top of the net. That is picture perfect from Leon Draisaitl. And 1-0. I'm not sure if the power play clock had expired yet or not. We'll find out here in a moment. But Draisaitl, and nope, it had expired technically. Not technically a power play goal, but still a goal nonetheless. And 1-0 Edmonton to start the game. Corey Perry threw it into the middle, and Bob with a save. Holds on to the puck, Sergei Bobrovsky. Another heavy shot coming from the Oilers. Good look at that one. Must have been deflected out or touched the netting or something, but you can see a good look at that butterfly kick from Sergei Bobrovsky. Third line in for the Oilers, second line in for the Panthers. Sam Bennett back to Montour now. Montour kind of pushed up into the corner by Adam Henrique. Bennett behind his own net. And they'll break out. Here's Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk now over the middle. Try to get a pass. Nurse able to get his stick in there. Now McDavid to Corey Perry the other way. And here McLeod. Not McDavid. Firing it left is McLeod. Ryan McLeod fired that one left. Not McDavid. McLeod. They both have mixed to start their jersey. Easy for me to see. Here's Mikkola now down the right wing. And back checked by Enrique. Now McLeod quickly dispossessed and then throwing all the way across ice to Nurse again. Here's Perry, a little bit of a breakaway, but good back check there from Nico Mikkola. Now Tarasenko coming the other way for Florida. A little bit more back-to-back action. He'll dump around and wait for the rest of his team to change up. Now Kane to Draisaitl, the goal scorer. Long pass to Ceci. Now Cody Ceci in the middle and intercepted by the Panthers. Here comes Barkov. I don't think Stuart Skinner's had to... Well, now he has. I was going to say, I don't think he's had to make a save yet in the game, and then he just gloved that one easily. And he will go ahead and stop the puck. Just an easy little one, gets a good look at it, and able to snag that one out of the air with the catching glove. A lot of hits so far in the series. Again, both of these teams, I did simulate the entirety of the Stanley Cup playoffs to get to this point, so they have the stats, they have the wear and tear, they have the fatigue, but also some of the momentum and the temporary ratings boosts. Draisaitl now around the corner. He gets rubbed off the puck, and now Ekman-Larsson into the corner. Reinhart. Oilers get it back with Foegele. Now Foegele top of the circles. Kane will throw one on. Was looking for the deflection and got it, but Draisaitl was not in a position with the stick on the ice to take advantage, and now Ekman-Larsson coming the other way. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, number 6 pick overall in 2009. Again, we talked about lots of first rounders. Bobrovsky with a nice save, but right back to Descharnais, and now Foegele tries the middle, and Kulikov finally ends up with it. Here's Rodriguez coming, and Lundell will take it the length of the ice on the left wing side. Back to the middle, Evan Rodriguez, and a beautiful save from Skinner. He's still on the ground. Finally back up into his position. That one knocked him over, but a beautiful save from Stuart Skinner. And now Tarasenko the other way late in the shift. He'll try to deke around Descharnais, and it just doesn't work. Tried to kind of do that little throw it around him, get behind him. Deke move did not work. And now Lundell. 12-12 to go, first period. 1-0 Oilers lead. Hey, Rick, welcome in. Hello to you as well, my friend. Here comes Hyman now. Zach Hyman, left side throw. Nugent Hopkins, and Bobrovsky is up to task. And smothers the puck there. A little stoppage in play. Draisaitl, the goal scorer, earlier in this one. Face-off won by the Florida Panthers. Coming out, here is Tkachuk, but he's bullied off the puck, but Bennett picks him up. Sam Bennett in the corner, into the throw! A beautiful shot! That looked like Montour didn't quite get it to go. Excuse me, for Hagee. And now we're going to get another power play and more tripping, this time on Matthew Tkachuk, so he will go to the zone. Remember, the Oilers scored their goal at the very, very dying seconds of the power play, like literally a second after the power play was over. Pretty obvious trip again there. We have seen plenty of tripping calls, and now the Oilers with an opportunity for their second power play of this first period. Ekblad coming. Flinging it deep down. Bouchard gloves it, puts it back down. Now they'll set up Corey Perry. Right wing side, sticked away from him. And now here comes Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad will try to get up the left side, and he will eventually get it into the zone, just trying to waste some time. Enrique with the steal. They've got a 4-on-2 coming the other way if they hurry. Corey Perry, he's got Enrique in the middle, but another nice poke check from the Panther defenseman, Aaron Ekblad. Now Stenlund, again the former Blue Jacket, Lewis Theranen. A lot of collision in the middle, and it ends up with the puck being offside, which means the puck was inside that blue line after a human from the attacking team was. Puck's got to go in first. That's what the offsides call is for. Similar to soccer, except it's a line on the ground, not a moving line of people like it is in soccer. But it's basically to prevent cherry picking in both sports. And now beautiful throw in the middle, and Reinhart had a chance, point blank. Barkov rips one, and they get it to go! Reinhart, a shorty, deflected into the net after Barkov ripped one from the blue line. And Sam Reinhart, look at that shot, and look at the beautiful little deflection from Reinhart. So beautiful. Wink! That's that big tipper X-Factor skill that he has, and that was a beautiful goal, and the Panthers tie it up. Still shorthanded here. That is a shorthanded goal for the Florida Panthers. 44 seconds remaining in the power play for the Oilers. You are not supposed to give up goals when you are on the power play, but that's exactly what happened here. Long dump now. Reinhart chasing. Fresh off that beautiful tip goal. Now Nugent Hopkins, cross ice pass to get it to him. He'll go to the middle, and a big slapper by Draisaitl. And now Hyman gets it back. He tries a backhand. It doesn't work. Nurse gets rubbed off the puck. Here comes Ekholm firing, tip to the middle, and scoring again is Draisaitl. Another power play goal. Leon Draisaitl And a beautiful play again in the middle as it was just deflected, and he just had to have the stick on the ice. And bloop, just sweeps it right back in. Bobrovsky too late to recover, and again, we've talked about it before. That is why that deflection goal is so important. A lot of times the guys are not shooting necessarily to score, but they're shooting for effect, right? Fire for effect. And trying to get that deflection off of the goalkeeper. And that time it worked. Draisaitl's second of the game. 8:56 to go, and at home here, he has started off strong. Bennett will bring it right back! Sam Bennett evens it up, his 9th of the playoffs. And a flurry of goals here has started the contest for us from Montour and Mikkola. Bennett just kind of lazily over there into some space. Nobody follows him, and he's able to sweep it past Skinner. Montour gets a couple of guys to go with him just to pass to that low slot right between the circles, and Sam Bennett not going to miss that one. It's like he swept it past the stick side of Stuart Skinner. So Florida, I think maybe 2 goals on about 3 shots here today, but 2-2 is where we sit. Still 8:42 to go in this first period, but a lot of fireworks just start off in Edmonton. Kachuk. Here's Bennett. Now Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe bullied in the corner. And now McLeod with a cross ice pass to Enrique. Here's Darnell Nurse. Nurse gets it back to Enrique. And he gets bumped off the puck. Here comes Ekblad coming to Kachuk. And right now neither team can get out of the neutral zone. Nurse to McLeod. Cross ice now to Cody Ceci. Ceci with some speed. He'll try to throw one on. And Bobrovsky with an easy save. Ekblad coming the other way. Around a check. Here comes Lundell. Lundell. Here's Lusterinen firing in. It gets deflected in front by an Oiler defenseman. Good play there. I think that was Cody Ceci into the game now. Kulak fired by Holloway. And Holloway in there. Dylan Holloway, left winger from that 4th line. Puts a nice shot on it. Bob's going to go ahead and hold it. Here comes Ekman Larsson now. After Florida winning the draw. Lusterinen trying to get around. He does. Able to put a backhand shot. Skinner's got it, but right in the middle of that jersey. And does not want to try to risk figuring out exactly where it is, so he just eats it. Bouchard now Ekholm. Talented set of blue liners. Here's Holloway, and he's going to be poke checked from behind and made that shot go way wide. This one does get through eventually, and Bobrovsky will ice it again. Freezing that puck is Sergei Bobrovsky. See 7-7 in the faceoffs so far here in this one. McDavid in there now with Nugent Hopkins and Zach Hyman. McDavid wins the draw. Here comes Ekholm. Little bing bang bong, and ends up being dispossessed. I think that was maybe about to be a play here. Now Kulikov to Lorentz. Lorentz going to be checked hard, and McDavid with a 2-on-1. He's got speed. Connor McDavid fires it on Bob, and a great save by Bobrovsky, and then Bouchard's second attempt. Deflected high and over the glass, and a third one. What a ripper that time. That was Hyman who ripped it a third time, and oof. That one hurt. You can see Lorentz went to the ground. We saw that. That's what set up that 2-on-1. And some heavy pressure moments there for the Oilers trying to break this tie. McDavid wins the draw again. He almost gets it back, but Reinhart has it on his stick now. Sam Reinhart, but a little back check from Leon Draisaitl. Here's Kulak to Evander Kane. Kulak now, left side. Kulak behind the net to Draisaitl, who is 1 goal away from his first period hat trick, if you will. I'll be looking for it for the rest of the night, of course. Forsling. Tarasenko tries to go near side and blockered away by Skinner, and another one to the near side. Blockered away by Skinner. He'll poke check it. Where's it at? It's got him. It's between his knee pads that time. Skinner able to protect and freeze the puck in the midst of the carnage in front of him. Edmonton behind their own net here. 4 minutes to go in the first period. We play 10-minute periods here at Nagel Sports when we sim these hockey games. A little deflection in front. And now here comes Nurse. Nurse left wing side. Good pass to Janmark. Now Ryan kind of finds himself alone. He'll go wide, tries to put something in front. Nikola's stick is there to play the defense. Verhaeghe bumped off the puck by Ryan. Here's Ceci from the blue line, and it goes in. Are you kidding me? A soft Bobrovsky early here as Ceci just kind of threw that one on, and you can see, I think Bob actually knocks it in himself. So Ceci throws this one on. Bob makes the save with the blocker, and then it just sits down. We'll see it up here right behind him. Is it his defenseman? It is his defenseman. It's an own goal. And then Bob sweeps it in while trying to sweep it out. Unbelievable. Montour potentially the guilty party as well. But it counts for a goal for the Oilers regardless of how it happens. And Cody Ceci is going to be the one who gets officially the credit for it. But it was an own goal for Sergei Bobrovsky and or Brandon Montour. One of the two of them contributed, ending what the first one had started. Lundell, ripper from the high slot, nowhere to go with that puck. Now Nugent Hopkins, right wing, bullied down to the ground, and he's able to get back up and play really good defense, but that one hurt for sure. Lundell. In a 3-2 game, still 2 minutes to go. First period, Lundell, he throws one in! A flurry of goals continues now, 6 of them in this first period. Unbelievable. And the youngster, 21 years young, Anton Lundell, buries it here. You can see that beautiful control, keeping the puck on his stick to kind of drag it around Skinner, knowing that he's going to run into Skinner, and that usually hurts with the extra padding and weight that the goalies carry. Usually a little bit more secure to the ice. 3-3. What a game here. What a period here. Rodriguez again. Lou stared at it. He'll try to bury it home. And at this point, 3 goals in the first period. Not be surprised to see the backup goalies get brought into it if the next one comes pretty quick. 140. Kind of get the feeling both teams just want to get to the break and take an exhale here. That one's going to be a penalty. Brutal call there. Evan Bouchard, 23-year-old defenseman, number 10 pick in 2010. And he's upset about it, but it's the right call. Clearly tripping is the penalty du jour. We've seen only tripping penalties, but it looked like a trip to me. So the first power play of the afternoon for the Florida Panthers. They'll get an opportunity to set up. Montour tried to go backside. That was definitely a play. You can see the heavy slap shot was set up, and McLeod will get it, and Bob able to, but it was dangerous. Again, 1:10 in the period. So this power play will go into the second period if it needs to, unless the goal gets scored, of course. Descharnay now in trouble, but he's able to get rid of it to Henrique. Henrique to McLeod. Henrique. And taken away now Montour with a 2-on-1. Actually, now it's just a 1-on-1. Brandon Montour scores! A power play goal from Brandon Montour. The defenseman flying down the ice. And he's in there. It's completely unassisted because he did all the work himself. Brandon Montour, this is a defenseman, goes glove high, and both goalies right now are not good. Skinner cannot get beat by that. That will end the power play with 37 seconds. So right now the rule is stay out of the darn box. We got power plays coming, power play goals rather, coming fast and furious. But now 4-3 Florida as they look to try to even the series. 7 goals here in period number 1. Evander Kane into the corner. Kane. Here comes Bouchard, ripping it and deflected wide by goalie Bob, and 0-0's on the clock, and golly, are they excited for it. Oof, look at that hit, knocked them out of bounds into the bench. But some pretty good and intense hockey. That was the one-on-one with Montour at the end of it. How about 1-for-1 for Florida on the power play, 1-for-2 for Edmonton on the power play. But Edmonton with 24 shots already, and again, 21 saves for goalie Bob. He has not been his normal stout self in this one. Let's flip it around. Period number 2, starting right now. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy on sports, and I can't believe it. He gave it right to him. What is Bobrovsky doing? He's got an own goal, and now he literally passes it to Zach Hyman. What is happening? Look at that. He just gave it right. Hyman, it's like, I'm just going to stand right here. And he was trying to pass it there to 42, Gustav Forsling. And Hyman just right there intercepts us. The easiest goal I've ever seen. This is on superstar level. I don't know why these guys are making these plays. Silly plays. We got an own goal and now basically an own goal, a second own goal from Bob. Wild turn of events to tie it back up at 4. Skinner with a save. Anyway, trying to say, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy on Sports, only place on YouTube you can find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. And trying to bash it in was McDavid. We're running the entire NHL Stanley Cup final here. Not recreating reality. In real life, it's 3-2. In ours, it's 1-0 Edmonton. Right now, tied 4-4 in game number 2. Also doing some Guardians baseball, out of Browns football as well on the channel. So if you're new to us, we appreciate you being on. We picked up about 15 new subscribers in the last couple weeks. Thank you so much to you. Also to our subscribers who've been around for a long time. Thank you to you guys as well. Really appreciate that. Make sure you like the video. It also helps to grow the audience, especially if you are one of our fledgling hockey fans on the channel. We pray for the day where we can sim a Stanley Cup final with the Blue Jackets in it. As I live in Columbus, Ohio, that is my team. Bennett with a ripper, and that's why we talk about Bobrovsky, because he was on our team and won the Vezina, which is goalie of the year when he was here. Vogel can't get it to go. Kane and Bobrovsky able to get that one out of there. Throw it to the middle. Taken away again. Bouchard, and now Verhaeghe actually steals it. And Ekblad quickly left side to Bennett. Sam Bennett in the corner, into the middle, and we're going to get another. This time we're going to get a slash. So our first non-tripping call, and it's going to be Matthias Ekholm. And Ekholm, let's see the slash here for the Oilers. Maybe we'll see it. Matthias Ekholm. Oh, yep, there it was. Just bashed him on the hands. Cannot do that. That would be called slashing. Ekman Larson, what a ripper there for Verhaeghe. Again, that's one of those set plays. Sometimes there's set plays off of the face-off, so it's like, I'm going to go here, and basically it's like no-look pass sort of a thing. I know you're going to be standing there, and you're going to rip it. And that was sort of a bing-bang-bong. Good save by Skinner to start this one. Backdoor pass. Skinner with another good save from his bottom. Descharnais got it in the corner, but pounding and trying to get another goal, and they do! Reinhart! His second of the day. Sam Reinhart just parked in front of the net. Barkov able to deliver it to him here. Watch 16, and then he just spins around, and Skinner just has no chance. The goalie positioning right now is not good. And again, Reinhardt's got that close quarters X-Factor skill. But just such an easy goal. There have been so many easy goals in this one. 5-4. Panthers have scored 5, and then Bob/Montour have given them 2 for the other team. So technically, they've scored 7. Here's Reinhart again. Can he find his hat trick? So Reinhart and Draisaitl both on hat trick watch here. Physical play into the corner. Nugent Hopkins ends up with it. Here's Bouchard to Connor McDavid. Pretty quiet game so far for McDavid, despite the scoring output from his team. He's got an assist, and that's it so far. Good job on the back check by Nurse. Nurse throws it up the middle to McDavid. Now right side to Zach Hyman. He's got one of the wacky goals that was passed right to him by goalie Bob. Nurse, beautiful pass to Ceci with some space. Ceci, and it's going to be flung out of the air, rather. Stung out of the air by goalie Bob. And quickly the other way comes Montour. 5-4, Florida leads here. Louis Terranen. Dispossessed by Cody Ceci. Ceci now to Leon Draisaitl. Also 2 goals in this game for Leon Draisaitl. Back to the middle for the hat trick. Draisaitl, and he can't quite get through. A little bit too much flash as he tried to deke his way through several different players. And eventually he's dispossessed. Now here's Wyatt Fogle. Here's Kane now. Vander Kane to the middle, and Fogle throws it in front. No go. Louis Terranen down on the blue line. A lot of bodies there. Fogle ends up with the puck. And now he'll kind of spin around and end up taking it into the zone himself. Draisaitl leaves it for Kane, who throws it, actually deflected, I think, by his own teammate. Now Draisaitl, and they can't get it to go. Hustling all the way down. Skinner's going to come out and play some defense and fling it wide. Lucky that that one didn't get exactly what happened to Bob, where the defending player comes up and just throws it into the net. Hey, Kit, welcome in. Here's Fogle. A lot of scoring again in this one. Some crazy plays. Just wild things happening. Settled down a little bit over the last few minutes. Here's Henrique with a 2-on-1 and a beautiful save. Goalie Bob gets in front of Ronnie McLeod, and Perry tries to do the same, and now Bobrovsky stand on his head a little bit, getting back to that prowess that won him the Vezina Trophy several times, and he's able to glove that one and go ahead and freeze the puck here. Five forward, 12-11 in the second period. Phil Nagy on Sports. Kit Nagy joining today in chat as well. Won by Bennett. Now here's Ekman Larsson, right wing to Tkachuk. Tkachuk, all of a sudden it's a 2-on-none. He passes to Verhaeghe, and it's too late. But the penalty is coming. Bouchard, basically saving a wide open goal, decides to trip him, and that could potentially be the right play, sort of like committing that foul to keep the guy from getting a big slam dunk. Pretty obvious that time as Verhaeghe, and they were on the backside of a 2-on-0. And you can see there both goaltenders being featured. Both of them have struggled in this game. Florida, however, 2 for 2 on the power play, so maybe not the best thing to do to put them on the power play again. But here come the Oilers in a shorthanded situation, and now the Panthers get it back, and they'll try to set it up. Barkov down the right wing side, in the middle, Verhaeghe. Now it's all of a sudden he's wide open, and he'll fire it on Skinner, who is able to make the save. So now both goalies maybe settling in a little bit more. Maybe, I don't know. They were very shaky there at the end of that first period. Reinhart to Montour. Tkachuk, far side pass to Verhaeghe. Ripped it and scores! It's Alexander Barkov with another deflection. The big body centerman standing right in front of Bob. Let's watch the deflection here again. Just so skillful. Beautiful pass in, and then yoink, just flicking it out of the air. What a play there from Alexander Barkov. Had a very good career, and he's done a lot of that in his career. Again, the number 2 overall pick behind Nate McKinnon in 2013. Alexander Barkov, and he picks up his first of the contest, and it's another power play goal. 3 for 3 now. Oilers have to stay out of the box, and Skinner able to snag that one. I'm a little surprised that Skinner is still in there, and that they haven't just decided to go with Calvin Pickard for the rest of this one. Kulikov to Tarasenko. Now ripped again and snagged out of the air with the glove by Skinner. 10:44 remaining here in the second, about halfway through this contest. .6-4, back to Ekman Larsson, and he's kind of dispossessed. Here's Kulikov, and that one whistles wide. Back up around into the corner, Barkov. He'll try to fight for it with Connor McDavid. 2 very talented players vying for the puck. Eventually the Oilers get it and break out of their end. Here's Cody Ceci to Nurse to Nugent Hopkins. He's tired though, late in the shift. Trying to throw one on and get his own deflection. It didn't work that time. Reinhart dangling his way into the area. Now fresh off the benches, Evander Kane, and he'll try to go stick side. It won't go. Beautiful kick save from Sergei Bobrovsky, and then bumped off at the blue line. Back to the Oilers. Here comes Leon Draisaitl again, looking for goal number 3 for him. A hat trick is awaiting him. Now Evander Kane can't get that shot off as he's going to be muscled off the puck. Here comes Verhaeghe into Kulikov. Now Bennett. Bennett rips one, but it can't get through. Deflected wide that time. Now back to Tkachuk, and another good save by Skinner. So he's been very hot and cold. This one, a big hit again. Now Bennett in the middle. Mikkola fires, deflected. Skinner can't figure out where it's at. Mikkola back to Montour. Fired again by Verhaeghe, and it won't go through. Bouchard ends up with a long pass with some wide ice in front of him. Draisaitl into the middle. Foegele! Draisaitl, there it is! And here come the hats! The hat trick from Leon Draisaitl. And Wyatt Foegele with the helper, and Draisaitl has his hat trick here at home. What a play from Leon Draisaitl. The hats raining down onto the ice. And a beautiful pass from Foegele. I think Bobrovsky thought Foegele was going to shoot it. And then Foegele gives it right back to Draisaitl, and he's able to just pop it up and into the net. And Bobrovsky struggles. And yes, you're right. There has been, Kit. Of course, in Game 4, the Oilers scored 8. So we're not even to the real thing just yet. But maybe I'll tweak some settings a little bit. It's kind of like when we did FIFA. Remember, there was so much scoring in the soccer game as well, as Descharnais tries to throw one in. 6-5. Florida's lead down to 1. McLeod, and it won't go through. Bobrovsky's able to eat it there. Lord Stanley's Cup is the prize both of these teams searching for. We'll head down to Florida after this one for game number 3. Kulak ripping it to Bobrovsky, and Bobrovsky will just freeze it again. Slow clap there from the fans. Stenlund winning the draw. Back to Stenlund, Mikkola in the corner. Now it's back to the Oilers. They're able to keep possession. This pressure has mounted for a while. And another penalty. Interference this time on Corey Perry. And have you not learned your lesson yet? They are 3 for 3 on the power play, and you are giving them another prime opportunity. The veteran, Corey Perry, has prevented him from going where he needed to go. And that is interference. You cannot impede the progress of another skater in that capacity. So now Ekman-Larsson will fire quickly to Skinner to start the power play. But again, Florida 3 for 3 in the match on the power play. So just baffling to me that the Edmonton Oilers would want to flirt with that again. Ekman-Larsson to Rodriguez. Back to Ekman-Larsson. He'll try to bully it through. And now Reinhardt's coming in. He's looking for his hat trick too. There would be some hats, just not as many that come out. There are some Panther fans here. Now Reinhardt up the middle. And taken away by Nurse. Nurse able to get it out. Change coming from the defenseman of the Oilers. Now back in Reinhardt to Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe. Ooh, decked down. What a hit. Darnell Nurse buried him, and now Verhaeghe lucky to be, I can't imagine how he got up from that, but he's still up and he's still fighting hard. Now over the middle. Deflected again, and Descharnais ends up with it and is able to clear it out of the zone, and they'll in fact try to keep it in, and there the offsides is called. Ooh. That was Darnell Nurse, so that was a massive hit. Whew. Good night, Nurse. Ceci now after the one face-off, and he'll just dump it down into the corner and have an opportunity to try to waste some more of this clock. Now just 22 seconds left on the power play. Lundell with a goal scored today. It's almost hard for me to remember all the people that have scored goals with the amount of them that there are. Ceci now shorthanded over the middle. Draisaitl, who already has the hat trick. And the power play expires now. 4:53 left in the period. finally the first kill of the day for the Edmonton Oilers. Florida remaining 3 out of 4 on their power play here today, leading 6-5. Lundell from the right wing side. He'll go back to Tkachuk, and then Ceci ends up with it on his stick. Right side, Darnell Nurse. Kind of odd-handed, so he'll pass to Perry, and Corey Perry with a ripper. Freshly out of the box, Corey Perry with that ripper shot. And his slap shot is going to be saved pretty easily there by Sergei Bobrovsky. 6-5. Still the Florida Panther lead. 4 minutes to play in the second. Carter Verhaeghe down the left wing side, and then he's going to be taken down. Now Perry quickly the other way for Edmonton. 3-on-2 if they hurry, and they don't. So it's a 3-on-3. Enrique now top of the key. Ekholm, little rope-a-dope shot. Perry can't get it to go either, and it still stays out of the net. Enrique, and he rips one by, and we got a tie game. Adam Henrique ripping that thing low. You heard it go plink off of the woodwork. Which is just, of course, a figure of speech because it's clearly iron. And yoink! Oh, bouncing it off of the post into the net. Adam Henrique, what a goal. Beautiful look at it from that angle. And Bob just has no chance. And we are all square and even now, 6-6. In Game 2 of this Stanley Cup Final. Wild game. Wild game. Ekblad now with 3 to go. He'll try the middle. Skinner able to stay there. Cousins into the game. A rare fourth line showing from the Florida Panthers, who have shortened their bench certainly. 6-6. Ekholm. Pass into the middle to Kane. It's taken off his stick. Now coming the other way is Cousins. Nick Cousins on the left side. Trying to go through some traffic, wiggling, and a score! Steve Lorenz! Steven Lorenz with a rip again! So many goals as Steven Lorenz. He scored in Game 1, too, and he's able to just rip this thing. That's a snapshot, so just kind of starts with it on the ice, doesn't take the wind-up, and that little wrister there, the twisted wrister, as they say, stick high, and once again we have a 7-6 lead now. The Panthers, just so much scoring. Yes, Kit is exactly right. 7-6. I think our first game ended 7-5, so we're already there with a whole period left. Tarasenko going to be pushed off the puck. Reinhart looking for his hat trick, and it goes just wide. Tarasenko to Barkov. Also just wide. Throws it in front. Montour with his second goal. Sheesh. That was a dynamite goal, too. Again, some of the early ones were freak goals. Like, that doesn't happen in hockey. But this is a beautiful shot. Again, Brandon Montour seeing eye with this one. And that thing was a laser beam. 8-6 now. Can barely stop talking about a goal before another one is scored. This is getting crazy. Pushed off the puck in a big way that time. 8-6 now, suddenly down 2. The Oilers. Just a buck 18 left here in this first period. Into the middle, Reinhart, or Bennett rather. That was Reinhart. Both of them named Sam. Hyman into the corner. He'll try to go back to Nugent Hopkins. Here's Darnell Nurse. Nurse will try to throw one on. It's deflected to the side by the recent goal scorer, Brandon Montour. In front, Nugent Hopkins trying the beautiful backdoor pass. That was a cool little play. Again, anytime you can get the goalie to commit to thinking that you're shooting, and then there's somebody waiting on the back door, that is a very high percentage goal. But that time, Bobrovsky able to snuff it out and not allow that backdoor pass to happen. 18 seconds here. Rodriguez. And a goal! Montour, and it's a hat trick! Brandon Montour, the defenseman. We've had 2 hat tricks before the end of the second period. And that was just in a case of Stewart, again, committing to this shot right here, but because it was deflected, look at Stewart on the ground already. That's that butterfly technique. He goes down to stop the first shot. It's deflected, and all Montour has to do is just toss it in. And the Boo Birds are out here in Edmonton. 9-6 at the end of the second period. A crazy amount of scoring in this one. And we still got more to go. 46 shots for Edmonton. 40 saves for goalie Bob. Only 36 shots for the Florida Panthers. And it is still booing. They are still booing here in Edmonton. Now it has finally calmed down a little bit. We go to period number 3 here. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Appreciate everybody being on. This has been an exciting tilt. Tons of goals being scored and perhaps more still to come. 9-6 the Florida Panther lead. And again, Florida would be up more, except that they have 2 own goals. Just really, really unrealistic own goals against them. So it could be 9-4. Which in that case, you feel like the game is pretty much out of hand. At 9-6, there is still a chance, especially at the speed at which this game is producing goals, that the Oilers got a chance to get back in. But they got to start playing a little better defense. Stuart Skinner got to play a little bit better goaltending. And they obviously got to get past goalie Bob. He's have now 41 saves in the game, which is an insane amount of saves for one game, especially in a game where you've quote-unquote given up 6 goals. Now again, 2 of them are own goals. I'm not sure if they count those as shots on goal, actually. Not sure how that statistical breakdown works. Vladimir Tarasenko on the left wing side. He tries to deke around Ekblad, and it doesn't work. Or rather, around Bouchard. Ripper from the far right wing side and easily gloved by goalie Bob. So yeah, I guess when you've given up 9, you're just committed to going with your guy. I'm surprising that they have not pulled him to go to the backup, because at some point it's a mental thing. And we're going to get a penalty here, tripping on Tkachuk, and that's going to send the Oilers to the power play. They've scored a power play goal in this game as well. So an opportunity for Edmonton to start to chew into this lead a little bit. I would say that was a trip. Tripped him with his body and then his stick and then his arm as he fell on the ground and then just punched at his feet. That would be tripping. Here comes Kane now. Beautiful pass again from Nurse, and he just ripped it wide. Ekholm the other way, but taken away by Kevin Stenlund. Here comes Stenlund. And Stenlund pushed off the puck. But Mikkel has still got it, and now Nurse coming the other way. Kane. Far side of the ice to Darnell Nurse. Ekholm quickly. Can they get set up? Nope, he's bumped off the puck, and Mikkel has got it on his stick, and Mikkel able to do that high flick, but Ekholm able to use his glove to keep it in. Here's Henrique. Henrique to Nurse. Save by Bobrovsky. He gets it off to Kulikov, and Kulikov high off the glass. Coming the other way with some speed. Louis Sternen. It's a 1-on-3, and all he wants to do is waste clock, which he does. Ekholm now to Evander Kane. And here comes Darnell Nurse up the left wing side. Darnell Nurse tried to go into the middle on a pass, and it's deflected, and Louis Sternen coming the other way for the Panthers. E2 Louis Sternen gives it away. Perry now into the zone. Corey Perry. Here's Evander Kane. Henrique with a goal earlier in this one. Can't get the second to go. Now Kane. He'll fire in. Deflected. Bob's got it and then lays on it and will eat it. And that's going to be the end of the Oiler power play. So they are not even able to get a shot, I think, on that power play. That was really anything that would have tested Bob. 9-6 is Ceci, and he puts one off the post. Oh, boy. Heard that one rattle all the way from up here in the Nagy on Sports booth. Doink, off that post from Cody Ceci. That would have made it 9-7. Tkachuk dangling and deking his way down the ice, trying to throw it in, and finally Stewart able to make a couple of decent saves, something he has really not been able to make those saves. Yeah, you're right, not a blowout. Neither one has been a blowout. 15:02 on the third period clock. Again, we appreciate all of our subscribers. You guys are the best. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd appreciate that very much. You can also join us on our Discord channel. Discord is free and easy to use, and basically we just tell you in advance of when we're going to sim, and also have some chatter between sims with some of the other fans of Nagy Nation. Appreciate you guys being on with us here today. Game 2 of our official NHL Stanley Cup simulation. Forsling, and he'll try to throw it past Skinner and nowhere to go. Nurse now giving it to Hyman. Here comes Zach Hyman down the right wing side. His team trails by 3. He's going to pass it behind the net, and it misses Connor McDavid completely. Now Reinhart coming the other way. Oop, that might have been a penalty. Nope, just a good check apparently. He fell awkwardly to the ice is what caught my attention, in a pass in front, dangerously so. And Skinner was able to get just enough of his stick on that. The goalie kind of poke checked that one out of there. Here comes Ryan McLeod. He'll come to the right wing. Middle to Enrique, and he'll fire wide. Bob had committed to the ground again. Had an opportunity. Where is it? It's in front. Still can't get rid of it. And now Montour with a hat trick of his own. Coming the other way. Again, 2 hat tricks in this game. Leon Draisaitl and Brandon Montour. Yes, Brandon Montour is a defenseman. Enrique, McLeod, fired wide. Save again, Enrique, and another one for goalie Bob. And he will freeze this one. 57 shots. The Oilers doing all they can now to pepper Bob, who has shut the door here recently. A lot of hits starting to mount up in this series. You can see those interactive and up to the second statistical representations. Ekholm hit hard. Where is it? Bob's got it. He's sitting on it. And he'll ice it again here. 12:05, starting to get a little nervy for the home team. Again, in a 7-game series, you don't really say that things have started until a home team loses. So this would be, fired in by Matthias Ekholm, though. His second of the day. And Ekholm's got an opportunity to get just another little wrister, and I think Bob got picked. Didn't see it fully until it was too late. And that little wrist shot going stick high, and Bob has been more susceptible in the series to the stick side goals, and that one is a goal for Matthias Ekholm. So a lot of defensemen getting on the score sheet. Ekholm's got one. 2 now, actually. Of course, Montour with the hat trick on the other side. Descharnais had a goal. Cody Cece's got a goal. Descharnais in game 1 has got a goal. So here's Holloway with some space, and this time Bobrovsky up to the snuff. We're headed for 60 shots here. Yes, that's right. We do have a whole Milner shot with this game. Yeah. Yeah, gosh, if we get a third one, then nobody will have any hats left. All of the Panther fans and the Oiler fans have thrown them. Got one from each side. Ekholm with it on his stick now. Fresh off of his goal. Rodriguez down the right wing side. Long pass. Ekman-Larsson. Oliver Ekman-Larsson tried to throw one on. Wouldn't go. Good save by Bobrovsky. By Skinner. Coming the other way. Towards Bobrovsky. In front. Janmark. Matthias tries to throw it off him and get his own deflection. Won't go. But Kulikov getting fought for hard with Ryan in the corner. Now over to Bouchard, who rips one. That was deflected by bodies in front of goalie Bobrovsky. Kane now coming the other direction. And here's Ekholm quickly. Not enough time to change, so some tired legs. Draisaitl came in off a change, and he brings in some speed into the corner. Verhaeghe. He's got some tired legs. You can see that stamina meter under him all the way down into the red. Tkachuk, he's got fresh legs. Tkachuk tries to get one past Skinner, and he won't get it to go. Stuart Skinner with a save, his 31st of the game, again, which feels like a lot. We've just had so many shots in this one. So far, 9-7 with 9:07 in the third to go. Again, in hockey, you play a full 3 periods, 3 20-minute periods. We do them for 10 here at Nagy Sports. And if it's tied after regulation, you just keep playing more 20-minute periods until somebody wins. You could play 3, 4, 5, 6 overtimes. You could literally play 3 hockey games in one night if you felt so inclined. Here's McDavid. Beautiful pass. Nugent Hopkins, backdoor Hyman, he's stuffed again. Lucky and or good saves by Bobrovsky. Ripped it, and I think it hit the, looked like maybe a stick broke. Yep, you can see the broken stick on the ice. McDavid with speed, left wing side. Connor, beautiful pass in front of him. Bobrovsky's there. Coming the other way, 7:35 and counting. Tarasenko, and he'll be tripped up. Florida going to the power play again as Nugent Hopkins, a former #1 overall pick in 2011, is going to the sin bin here. Florida 3 for 4 already today on the power play, giving them another free chance to extend their lead. Maybe not the best of choices, Nugent Hopkins. I also love how, talk about the realism of the game, that, you know, in hockey, players grow the playoff beards, right? The traditional that you don't shave during the playoffs. And so by the time you're in the Stanley Cup Finals, these dudes have big, giant beards, a lot of them. And I love that NHL here, the game, does that. So the players, at least the players that feel old enough to grow beards, you know, you got 17, 18-year-old kids in some cases. But the players who grow beards, they've got nice big playoff beards by the time we get to the Stanley Cup Finals, which is always, I always thought that was a nice touch. Oh, Tarasenko! Another power play goal. 4 of them today as Tarasenko, he just kind of skates into that circle and nobody goes with him. He's like, fine, I'll rip this one again. And he puts it past Skinner, who has been just, let's just call a spade a spade. Stuart Skinner has been terrible here today. 10 goals for the Florida Panthers. 10-7 here in this one. And again, another one on the power play. They're now 4 for 5 on the power play. We've reached an even 10 here. Kachuk to Verhaeghe again. Edmonton scored 8 2 nights ago in real life, 2 games ago in real life. So this kind of thing does happen. Not a lot, but it can happen. Pushed down from behind. Bennett fighting hard to protect his netminder. Now Kachuk on the right wing side. They've got a 3-goal lead with under 6 to go. Long pass to Forsling, and he'll make it an 11. Another goal from a defenseman, Gustav Forsling. And Stuart Skinner is just completely snake bit here. And I really don't know why they didn't pull him after about 4 or 5 goals. Because this is doing nothing for his confidence now as Forsling, look at this pass again. Big rig is one of his skill sets. And Forsling gets it again, high slot, just wide open. Flings it in there. Another assist for Matthew Kachuk. You can see there the point leaders were the Panthers. So it looks like they're going to get this one done here on the road. That's going to take a 1-1 series home to Florida for them, and they will be coming off a large offensive output as McDavid tries to go to Nugent Hopkins and is just wide, and we have another penalty coming. Extra attacker on for the Oilers. And then Montour able to touch it up, and Montour the guilty party. On the slash, Brandon Montour. So maybe the Oilers have a chance, but they got to start scoring. They got to start scoring fast. Again, 11-7. Wild game here. Game 2 of Nagel Sports' 2024 NHL Stanley Cup simulation. Nico Mikkola able to dump it out. Setting back up. Here's Corey Perry to Enrique. Stenlund. Now Corey Perry dispossesses Kane and he scores! Evander Kane, a bad turnover. And the former the former first round pick, Evander Kane, number 4 overall in 2009, able to whoop. That's the nice dangle where he fakes it to the left, but keeps it on his stick, drags that thing back to the right and goes backhand, and goalie Bob with no chance on that one. His defense letting him down with a bad turnover. And that, again, it's one of those things where that's why shootouts can be so interesting, because when a hockey player is unimpeded to the net and it's just him versus the goalie, like, it's pretty hard to stop most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's advantage offense a good amount of the time. Not quite as much as like soccer shootouts. Those penalty kills, or excuse me, those penalty shots have, let's say, an even higher offensive likelihood, but hockey isn't too far behind. If you get a true one-on-one opportunity, I'd say it's probably a better than a 50-50 chance that thing is going to be a goal. So when you turn the puck over and all of a sudden you give a guy a one-on-one with your goalie, and your goalie's kind of stuck back in the net, like he can't come out to cut down the angle, It is a near goal every time. 11-8, 4:02 to go here. Edmonton got one back. Can they get another one? They can make it a little interesting. No, they cannot. 3:50 to go. Here comes McDavid trying. Beautiful pass. He tried to get the deflection. Nugent Hopkins was there, but Bob able to kind of deflect that one high and out of the danger zone. Now Tarasenko a 1v5, waiting for the rest of his team to change. Reinhart. Barkov. Montour already has a hat trick in this one. McDavid outletting the other way for Edmonton. 3 minutes on this game clock. Hyman put one in, his second of the day. A beautiful pass, tape to tape from Nugent Hopkins, and don't call it a comeback. But Zach Hyman adding to his goal total with a second of the day, and a beautiful pass. And again, stick side has been Bobrovsky's weak point. Tape to tape means that thing went from his stick tape to Hyman's stick tape, and Hyman throws it in there. Again, Hyman was the recipient of the own goal where Bobrovsky just passed it to him. So this time again, it's a little bit more conventional goal. And with 3 minutes to go, the Oilers trying, as we have had 20 goals in this game. Shot again and save. Where is it? Kick to the side. Rodriguez has it. Long pass. And Montour comes out the left wing side. Over the middle and then dispossessed on the back check. Now taken away again. Lundell almost had himself right in front of the doorstep. Draisaitl tries to get around Mikkola, and now back of the net to Foegele. Foegele tried to go back on the front to Draisaitl, but got poke checked again. Lundell coming the other way. Anton Lundell. Backdoor pass, loose there, and he puts one off the post. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I need to turn the difficulty down. Like, instead of playing Superstar, I need to play like Pro or something, and Ekholm will throw it in. Matthias Ekholm with his second of the day. And now the Oilers just down one. They were down 4 earlier in this period. And now he throws that one right by goalie Bob again, stick side. This game is crazy with the amount of offense we have had in it now. But it's 11-10 with 1:31 to go. And you can bet your bottom that Skinner's going to get pulled here pretty soon. You'll get the extra attacker on as well. Hold on to your hats here. Of course, you don't have any hats left. You've thrown them twice. Here comes McLeod. Ryan McLeod in the corner. Behind the net to Enrique. He tried to go in front to Bouchard. It didn't work. Now Reinhart the other way. 56 seconds on the clock. Again, Florida doesn't have to do anything. And throwing it in, though, they're going to try to extend the lead. Skinner will have to eat it. Faceoffs one favoring the Florida Panthers. They are in the offensive zone here for the faceoff is Sam Bennett. And Bennett does win it. Forsling, Tkachuk. Now coming the other way, McLeod on a deflection and a takeaway. Here comes the empty net. Skinner heads to the, and now Bennett's going to get it back and easily, taken away by Perry. I was going to say, that empty netter looked like it was coming. Nurse gets it to Cody Ceci. 30 seconds on the clock. Right wing side with speed. Here comes McLeod. Into the middle, taken away by Bennett. And now stolen and taken away again. Ceci, can they set something up? McDavid with a ripper. Bennett with a deflection. Sam Bennett left wing side, and it's deflected as he tried to go for the empty net. Taken away for Hagee, and then Tkachuk throws it in. Empty netter, and that should seal it. 12-10. Likely going to be the final of this game. What a game. But Matthew Tkachuk just able to easily get that one back and backhand scoop it into the net. So they gave it a good run there at the end. Excitement all the way till the end. But the net result is that this thing's going to be 1-1 heading to Florida in our sim. Oilers won game 1. Panthers going to win game 2 here now. Just 13 seconds till we make it official. Nurse and almost scored was McDavid, who actually has been pretty quiet today. Hyman tries one. Oh, he scores with 0.7 seconds. McDavid does put one in, but again with 0.7 seconds on the clock, going to be too little and too late. Not too little. They've had plenty. That was a beautiful shot. That's called make it snappy, one of his X factors. Another tape-to-tape pass from Draisaitl. And a beautiful shot there. Holy smokes. With 0.7 seconds left. This one's going to end 12-11. Just the game that would not end, but Florida survives and wins game 2. What a game. What a game. Bobrovsky celebrating with his team. I guess it doesn't matter how it gets done. That was an insane amount of offense in this one. Jiminy Christmas. 2 hat tricks, one for each team in this game, but 12-11. And the Florida Panthers able to tie up the series. And we will head back to Florida, or rather to Florida for the first time for Game 3. Join me on the channel for that. Gosh, I feel like we need to look at some game stats for this one. Just because of how many dudes had stuff. Here we go. Goal scorers for the Florida Panthers. 3 for Montour. He also had 3 assists. How about 6 points for Montour in this one? 2 for Reinhart, then 1 with 3 assists for Barkov. He had a 4-point game. 1 and 1 for Pennant, 1 and 1 for Kachuk, 1 and 1 for Lundell, goal for Tarasenko, Lorenz, and Gustav Forsling. So just how many dudes had points here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 guys had points in this one, which is just wild to see. For the home team Oilers, how about 3 and 2 and 2? Draisaitl had his 3, just 1 assist for 4 points, 3 points and 2 the goals for Ekholm. Hyman on 12 shots had 2 goals. He also had an assist for 3 points as well. There's McDavid with 1 and 1. How about Nugent Hopkins with 4 assists in this game? A lot of guys scoring points as well. Lastly, let's take a look at the goaltenders here. As Sergei Bobrovsky, 63 saves on 74 shots. That is an insane amount of saves. An .851 percentage. Again, goals against 11. Not exactly how you want to draw it up. But how about Skinner? Again, not quite as good. He only had a .776 save percentage. 38 shots. Or excuse me, 49 shots and 38 saves for Stuart Skinner. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. Appreciate you being on with me. Join me for Game 3 coming up here in the next couple of days here at Nagy on Sports, as we'll try to space these out every couple of days. Again, here is a look at what the bracket looked like to get to this point. It's 1-1. We're headed to Florida. Appreciate everybody being on. This one was a lot of fun. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your day. There could be more sim action coming later, so don't go too far from the YouTube. Appreciate you guys being on, though, so much. Today we will say go Panthers, go Blue Jackets, and as always, go Browns.